and get to the wire first, and certainly they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Line gets set, first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front, and if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
And the decibel level starting to increase here on this early 3rd and 10. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll try the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. Still on his feet at the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Branch. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
That's a miss as an OC. He's coming to the sidelines like, listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of it. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when we're throwing that out route. But either way, quarterback, wide receiver, they have to do a better job being on the same page.
Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal coming up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Shuck. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught downfield. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
USC 7, Louisville 0.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Black 24, black 42, Spider.
From the gun, running back on the move. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
325.
Here's the handoff. Keeps the legs moving. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's Bell. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
To the air, it's Shuck. Dances away from the heat. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Going up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lacey. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Looking for a man. It's Shuck. Feeling some heat. Scrambling away. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Absolutely perfect. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. second down, wants to throw. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the 30-yard line on first down. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Branch. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
USC.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Just enough time to get off one more snap. On second down, he's looking downfield. Got him downfield. Touchdown, USC! What a catch and run for 6.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more battle.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the game.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. Extending the play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Running to the left. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback will audible. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And now on second down for this offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on...
They put on the heat and they blocked it. And they got it. All kinds of running room. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals! And once he got loose, it was all over. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. Dropping back, it's Shuck. Moving out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that two-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The sure hands, it's Lane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback checking off.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, USC 14, Louisville 11.
First down to start the drive after the break. Fast motion from the offense. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Running back goes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Did get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drive.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that pass is caught at the 25. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Looking for the 2-point try.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Shuck. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He makes the grab for the 2, but wait just a second. There is a penalty marker on the field. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
And the Trojans enter the final minute with the lead. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Louisville! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
To the air, it's Shuck. Quarterback adapting. Escapes trouble. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try. They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
He wants a big play here late. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Here's a throw downfield late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.